It's Midwest Ghost Hunters Dark Matter podcast. Usually we are hanging out at Pythian Castle on the weekend. This time we thought we'd mix it up a little bit and take the show on the road, abandon our usual haunt for a weekend to hang out here at the Dungeons of Doom in Springfield, Missouri. Now, for those of you who don't know, Dungeons of Doom is one of the haunted houses here in town. It's been around for a while. Hotel of Terror and Dungeons of Doom, they're kind of a how do we explain this, John? It's a combo, but they're not together.
Well, what happens is it's one family that owns both of them, and it's owned by the Mathis family, and they have they've been running haunted houses in the Springfield area since like 1978 is when they've been here. Originally, they had the Hotel of Terror, and then they expanded over, and they had a Dungeons of Doom in the 1980s. And then that Dungeons of Doom kind of went away, and then they moved into a new Dungeons of Doom that is at a old feed manufacturing place down by the railroad tracks in Springfield. And that's where we're at tonight, is at the Dungeons of Doom.
And you're probably going to hear some emergency vehicles behind us, given our location. What were you going to say?
It's negative 30 degrees outside.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's chilly. I'm comfortable over here in this seat.
It's not that. I wish we needed a camera. We need a camera.
This was a fantastic
idea.
It's
not that bad while you're all snuggled up.
Who thought of this? Who's responsible?
I think we all are at some level.
We have a really good interview coming later.
Yeah, with Sterling.
Owner of the,
that'll be cool. Because one of the things we need to talk to him about when he comes on is there is actual claims of paranormal activity at the Hotel of Terror, which is the one that's been around for the longest. So we'll want to, when we get Sterling out here, we'll want to talk to him about that. And
is that like advertised? Do they say, like, hey, our haunted house is actually haunted?
I don't think so.
They have on, like, news reports and things like that, but it's never been a part of the advertising of the Hotel of Terror, the Dungeons of Doom. They've never actually advertised that, and I think it's because that their focus is on everything that they do to make it appear to be haunted.
Sorry, there's an animatronic scarecrow.
Yeah, the scarecrow over there.
Back there.
Yeah, and I was wondering if there was a helicopter that was landing directly here, or what was going on.
I think it might be a train.
Yeah, is the train right there?
Yeah. No, that's not a train. That's the road. That's the road.
That's the road, but there is a train nearby.
Right.
I was going to say, I heard a motherfucking train earlier.
Here's the deal. We're next to the train tracks underneath a major road. So what we've done is
monster watching.
It's going to sound great.
Yeah. So what we've done is we've said, hey, what is the absolute worst place in America to go to record outside?
Really what we sat around and did is we said, where can we go that it's super fucking loud and we might get assaulted by homeless people? This is what we came up with. No, I'm just kidding. It's a cool place. It's cold. I'm not thinking clearly.
It's very cold
at the moment, but I'm very comfortable on this side of the table.
Are you? That's good.
The way we were set up earlier just wasn't fucking jiving. It wasn't feeling right.
No, Chris was on my side of the table. He wasn't liking it for some reason.
So he gave it and he moved.
Well, I said someone's got to fucking move. I can't
co-founder my ass.
He just moved him.
But it's funny because now he's over there and he's constantly doing the thing I didn't want to be doing, which is looking behind him.
Yeah.
He's looking behind him the whole time.
So that's what they've got going on. And
it's just like an instinct. There's like animatronics screaming like they're being murdered behind me.
For listeners that are not from Springfield, Missouri and don't know anything about this place, they are legitimate haunted houses.
There's a gentleman walking up here with a bloody apron.
That's got to be Leatherface, right?
Yeah. Well, what's going on is the monsters are checking in for work.
I will say this. Every monster I've met has been extremely nice.
Oh, they're great. Yeah.
They're fantastic monsters.
I know inside there they're not going to break character, but out here they've been
look at that.
They've been very nice. Is that like a Wolfman there?
That's a Wolfman.
That's the Wolfman. He's rolling out.
That's based off the real sighting, Tyler, of the Wolfman.
He does not like that name. So if anybody wanders up...
If you're hearing things in the background, this is not paranormal activity. This is...
No, you don't really need to listen for paranormal activity this episode.
You're not gonna hear it on this one because we're set literally right outside the entrance to the haunted house.
We're actually set up at the exit of the haunted house.
So this is the exit right here? Kind of our topic, podcast topic this time is kind of just that we're here.
Right.
We're
here. It's the Halloween season.
I'm gonna describe every monster I see.
You got a better... See, I put you over there so you could see the monsters better. I didn't put you anywhere. I just said I can't sit over there.
No, you said verbatim.
What did I say?
You're going to have to move.
Did I really?
Yes. You said you're sitting over there.
That's exactly right.
I just can't. I don't like sitting with my back to people.
Your back is still towards people.
Not really, though. Not the big amount of people. There's going to be a lot of people behind you guys. Yeah.
Isn't this why would there be a lot of people at the exit?
Because they have to come out of the building.
They come out.
Right, but like not
to go home?
Not single file.
He thought they stayed the night in there.
But there's anybody who comes in, hopefully he's going to come out. Dungeons of Doom that I remember that I used to go to was the one over on Campbell and Walnut, I think.
Yeah, that was a different Dungeons, and then that one ended up becoming another business because of it was part of the downtown revitalization process that the city was doing, and so that changed, and now we're here.
Well, anybody who's local knows there's been a struggle, going on over, the haunted houses keeping their spots.
Yeah.
Because the city's been trying to rezone and make, a butterfly exhibit or whatever.
I gotta imagine there's all kinds of coding issues.
Oh, well, yeah, and that's where the scariest monster that Sterling deals with is actually the city. So, I mean, that's really the greatest battle that he has.
Looks like they're all having fun, though.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, the makeup and stuff on the monsters are great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does look good. I mean, this is like my dream gig, to do this shit year-round. Are you kidding? Because they do this year-round. I mean, they're here. They're not open year-round, but they work.
Okay, yeah.
They're constantly tweaking next year's, haunted houses.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he puts in a lot of work on this. You might come down here. When I was working in radio, we would come down here, and he'd be down here in the middle of summer. Sterling would be doing something, redoing a monster area or something like that.
Well, I mean, he makes animatronics.
Yeah.
And all types of stuff.
Because the thing is, his family has been doing this so long that he actually will predate the sales of these kind of things. This is now stuff that you can buy. It's a more common thing.
This is a stupid question. Not just like in this area. When did these haunted houses first pop up?
Are you talking here?
No, not just in this. Like in general, when did haunted houses become a thing?
Well, if you look back on history,
I'm going to guess like the 70s.
That's what I was
actually,
thinking. Yeah.
More popular than yes, but the interest in haunted houses and everything actually peaks. One of the things I was watching on this that it starts during the Depression era, and I don't know why.
During the Depression era?
During the Depression era is when this craze initially launches. Now, keep in mind, that means launching in New York, launching in L.A., not launching here. I remember this here in the 70s.
I would have guessed in the 70s during, like, the big popular monster movies coming out.
That's
like
what I was thinking, like Halloween.
Yeah, or actually, it could even go back, and if you are looking at that, there was a big Hollywood push for that in the 1960s when you had, like, the Addams Family was on, you had the Munsters on.
But I mean, I guess you had like Frankenstein
64.
and stuff in like the 50s, right?
Well, and that was actually even in the 20s. You're going back.
Oh, that's right.
Years ago.
I
mean, so I think actually, you know what? I think that's probably what launched it. That's probably what launched a lot of the haunted houses. As far as in the Springfield area, I don't ever remember anybody
there's some spooky people coming up behind me here.
Yep.
I don't ever remember anybody other than Sterling really dominating or being here. I mean, no.
I mean, there's been some outlying places pop up that are that are pretty cool, like Field of Screams and stuff like that. But as far as having an establishment like a brick and mortar place,
he's really owned the haunted house business.
I can't think of
since ever.
Even back whenever we both worked at the same radio station, Sterling was the one coming in and doing setting up commercials.
This is got to be Jack the Ripper coming up here.
Oh, is he coming up? I wanted to see him.
He's got to be. I think. I don't know, but I think. Wouldn't you think?
I bet that.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Is this Jack the Ripper? Okay. We were just looking for a dude with a hat.
Sorry, sir. Yeah.
We got our monsters mixed up. Our apologies. Sorry about that. While we're here, and since we do a paranormal podcast, I was going to read an email that we got from Omaha, Nebraska. This guy emailed us, and he said he needs some advice. What would someone do if they're being harassed at work by an entity? I have photos of the assaults. If you shoot me your email, I'd rather have advice than involvement.
Hello.
because whatever it is plays for keeps and is a dangerous entity. It doesn't stay at my work. It will visit. I found out when I was on vacation. I went on vacation with him. Have you ever heard?
Yeah, you got to call HR.
Well, I don't know. That's what I was toying with how to even reply because he listens to the podcast.
Well,
I know that.
You know,
and I'm not going to give his name.
If we're trying to really help the guy, I think we need to get some more information about this, and not necessarily for us to broadcast on the podcast, but where does he work? What is this harassment that's going on?
He did send he sent me some pictures that I haven't pulled. I don't think I'll pull those up yet. I remember years ago at the Hotel of Terror, they had on the parking lot a dude on stilts.
Yes. Yeah.
Where was he? Was it a Grim Reaper or something?
He was a big, huge guy that was there.
Slender Man?
He was like,
yeah.
Well, that would be, then now, but back then, I think he was a Grim Reaper or something. But It was scary as fuck to see this, I don't even know how tall he was. 14 feet tall dude walking around amongst the cars and people.
Did. And we are at the Dungeons of Doom in Springfield, Missouri, and we're with Sterling Mathis. Sterling, you guys have been running haunted houses in the Springfield area for a long time. How does a family go about getting into something like this?
It's a pretty interesting story. So back in 1974, was in high school. I was 14 years old in Skyline High School up past Buffalo, past Urbana. The school asked us to put on a haunted house in the carnival. So we did, and it was such fun. It was a lot of fun. So my relatives thought, we should do this on a bigger scale. This is a lot of fun. It's a great time, scaring people. So they opened Chambers of Edgar Allan in Independence, Missouri.
Okay.
For 1 year. 1975, they ran it 1 year and thought to themselves, this might be something lucrative that might turn into something. Let's do it on a bigger scale.
Okay.
So 1976, Edge of Hell was born in downtown Kansas City. They ran it 2 years, and my family and another family opened Hotel of Terror here in Springfield,
right.
1978. Then about 85, 86, we opened Dungeons of Doom at Campbell and Walnut. They opened The Beast in Kansas City.
Okay.
So it was just our relatives that did it. And then move forward about 10 years is about as far as my parents wanted to do it, and I took over then, and I've been doing it ever since.
So you've seen a tremendous amount of change in the haunted house business. You were one of the early adapters of this.
Oh, yeah. We started with records. We would hear the record end, for sound effects, and we would run back to the sound room and restart it. There was
awesome.
Nothing. Then we went to 8 tracks after that. So we used 8 tracks. And
there's an art to doing this. There were some kids that I know in the Willard area who were wanting to try to get a job. They said, man, we're going to go work for, we got to go get a job over at Hotel of Terror and Dungeons of Doom, but we've got to audition.
Right.
And I'm like, you got to audition? They said, yeah, we got to prove that we can do the job.
Well,
that's exactly right.
Not just anybody can play the dead.
Right.
I mean, you got to try out.
That's right.
Do you ever go up to is that called Transworld?
Transworld, yeah, in St. Louis. We go every year. There's about 4 or 5 of us, 6 of us that go, and we go every year. So, and it's a good time, Most of the stuff, back in the old days, you couldn't buy anything. So now you can buy pretty much whatever you want. So like my dinosaur over here at the Hotel of Terror, I built that by hand, and you couldn't buy controllers to make things work. You had to build the stuff. So how I did it is I took a rotisserie motor and I made cams. I cut circles out like discs, and I would use a Dremel tool to grind out how long I wanted things to work, how long I wanted things to come on and off. So, and it's still working today. Now they're called peekaboo or something like that we can use, that you can set things and it works.
Well, and I know that with you having a kind of a, I don't want to say you've got guidelines for the people you're going to hire, there's got to be an art to scaring people.
Oh, there is. The secret is you direct their attention somewhere else, and then you scare them.
That's like sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's also a difference. You have Hotel of Terror, and you also have Dungeons of Doom, and these are not, I mean, they're the same haunted house as far as people that own it, but each of them have kind of got their own different thing going on.
Right. Hotel of Terror, has been there 47 years this year. So it is very dark, very grungy feeling and claustrophobic and tight, which I can't get away with over here with the new code. So this building is big, open, a lot of scenery, a lot of cool stuff to see. So So we have full graveyards upstairs, and we kind of went after the real serial killers over here. So we've got in the first area, it's like torture chambers that people would stay in hotels back in the 30s, and they would get abducted, and they would take them in these chambers, and they would torture them, and they went missing. There was people. Then we have Jack the Ripper from London. We have a whole London area upstairs. Jack the Ripper's up there, and then you go on upstairs. You go into Plainfield Graveyard, which is where Ed Gein is from the, they made the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Silence of the Lambs. They made several movies about him. So we built his barn, we built the graveyard, and his house upstairs.
Now, are you guys still expanding here at Dungeons? Or are you still, because this is a massive complex. If people have never been down here, Hotel of Terror is a pretty good sized building. It's pretty good size. This is massive at Dungeons.
We're using twice the square footage at the Dungeon right now as the hotel, but it's so big, and the way we have to build it, we can't make it tight like the hotel. So you see a lot more stuff than you do at the hotel. The hotel is just bam, bam, bam in your face all the way through.
Now, has what is scary to people changed from 1978 to today? The haunted house business has probably changed quite a bit, but has the things that scare people, has that changed?
Yeah, I mean, when we start something, we have a crew of people. We walk through and we're like, what would scare you? What would scare me? It's not the typical thing that most haunted houses do. Most haunted houses want to do a bunch of clowns, and I don't want to do that. Right. I have clowns too, but it's not the Hotel of Clowns or the Dungeon of Clowns.
Right.
It's different things all the way through. Now, we do have a few clowns here and there, but most haunted houses out there, that's all they want to do anymore is clowns, because that's the thing.
It is.
I know that the Hotel of Terror is an old building. You have actually had real paranormal activity at that building, correct?
That's the part I was wanting to get into. That's what we've been hearing about this for years. This isn't something new. Hearing about that the Hotel of Terror actually has a ghost inside.
Right. And from what we can gather, it is a young girl. I've had people that worked where she is, and they keep asking me, who's the little girl that keeps going through? And we say, there is not a little girl that keeps going through. And they go, well, what is it? I said, well, that's the resident ghost at the Hotel of Terror. So we had to animate that area because nobody wants to work it where she's at.
Does she have a name? Do you call her something?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I've got a picture of her here.
So you've had that many workers that have seen this over the years, that it's that common.
I've had customers outside. I've been outside, and I've had customers say, have you ever seen anything, paranormal in there? And I go, oh, yeah, we've got a little girl ghost in there. And one of them pops up and says, well, I saw a little girl. I'm thinking, yeah, right, no way. And I said, well, where was she? And they said, well, you know where the long laser hallway is? And I tried to trick them, and I said, yeah, was she at the beginning of it? She said, no, she was at the end and followed us into the dark. And I said, well, you saw her, because that's exactly what she does.
That's awesome.
And now that you mention that, we went through one time. I think I've seen that there. I think I have.
Right.
But I thought that was somebody that you guys had put in, that, this is somebody's niece or something like that.
She wears an old dress and looks like she's from the 30s, 40s era. Is what she wears, and that's what people see. Now, my youngest boy, I was over there working. This has been several years ago. He says, he's watching for her. He says, I want to see if I can see her. So he's peeking around the corner down the hallway where she is, and about 15, 20 minutes later, he comes running around the corner and says, I saw her. I said, well, yeah, right. Here's my phone. Get a picture. So he's gone for another 10 or 15 minutes, comes running back. He says, I think I got it. I said, well, let me see my phone.
I want to see that.
Well, first I asked him what she looked like, and he said, well, she didn't have any legs, but I could see her upper body and her head. And he went back, and he came back with this picture right here. So let me zoom in a little bit.
We're gonna have to pass that shit around. I got to see it.
So, there she is.
Okay, I think that's the real deal.
So the aura that's coming off the top, I've had a bunch of people from the Discovery Channel here. They had like 7 psychics with them, and told me that's the aura of her, the strip coming off the top. But you can see her head, you can see her body, but really doesn't have any legs, just like he told me she was.
Is that what he saw? Or
that's
did
what he saw.
Okay,
that's what he saw.
That's awesome.
How long have you been experiencing that activity? When do you remember that starting at the hotel?
It's been 35, 40 years. I mean, we've had people feel stuff in that area for 35 or 40 years.
I remember hearing these rumors back at the radio station years ago. I mean, that's been a long time ago.
I'd heard that the Hotel of Terror was really haunted. And what I always told people at the time is I said, yeah, it's really haunted by everybody that Sterling's hiring to haunt the thing. So it's very haunted. I didn't realize that it was true paranormal activity.
Right. And also my middle boy was up there when he was young, too. And he was up on a ladder in the area where she was. And he says, is there a bug crawling on my back? Because I keep feeling something. And he gets down and I go, no, it's kind of red where he looks like you've been scratching. And at that moment, you know, when you take an air hose and you spray and it dents your arm?
Yeah.
It went right up his arm all the way across his chest where it was touching him.
Oh, damn.
Well, you got to wonder. You guys are very popular. You got to wonder how many guests have seen or encountered this and just
They just didn't know. They thought it was part of it.
Right,
Yeah,
that's right.
You know, the thing when you're sitting here describing this, I remember this, and there was something that followed us out. But I thought that this has just be some sort of a projection that, you know, because in this age you can do all kinds of cool stuff at a haunted house. I just assumed that was special effects that you guys did.
a little girl with no legs. That's
pretty impressive.
pretty good. You can take credit for that.
Some of them see her as a person going through. You know, I mean, it's dark, so it's just kind of a silhouette of her going through, but they see her.
I've been through the hotel a million times over the years, and like you said, I don't remember if I saw anything or not. I would have just thought it was part of the show.
I'm trying to think, and now I'm saying, did I see her or not? But I could have swore there was something like that, and they followed us.
Right. So on the top floor, before you go down to where the slide is, when you go in towards the laser, long hall, you go towards the laser. That's where she is. You can feel her all the way from that side. So when those psychics came from the Discovery Channel, they was filming the Demon Hunters, and they heard about her, the show, The Demon Hunters.
Right.
Yeah.
So they heard about her, and they said, hey, can we come and look? And I said, sure. So we go over there, and they go, well, where is she? I said, well, you're the psychics. You tell me.
Right. I love that answer, by the way. I love that.
So we're going through, and we get directly under her, and one of the girls says, I'm going to guess here because I feel a lot of pressure on my chest. And I go, well, no, you're not right, but I can kind of see why you would think that. So we keep going, and they have no idea. It's ins, outs, turns, dark, and we come around the corner where she is. The same girl stops and says, holy cow, it feels like an elephant sitting on my chest. I said, do you want to guess again? She goes, no, let's keep going. So we kept going, and we got all the way to the other end and started to go in. I didn't stop, slow down, nothing. I kept walking. One of the guys said, stop. She's standing right beside me, and she's not bashful. So
wow.
That's exactly where she is.
Your picture there is pretty impressive, actually. I'd like to get a copy of that to put up on the website.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Because you don't catch. I feel like I'm in the way here. You don't catch aura type pictures like that very often.
Right.
That's not what I expected to see. That's good. That's really good.
Is there anything that you've seen the activity pick up more? I mean, obviously you're not open year round, but there's people that don't know anything about the haunted houses. You guys don't just show up at the hotel in October and go.
Right.
Have you seen her year round? Have people encountered her year round?
We work on it year round. The activity gets a lot stronger the closer we get to Halloween. More people in and out,
right,
which I guess makes her more active. I did an interview the other day right where she is with a young guy, and the whole north side of the building didn't have any power on. Now, the only thing that was on was plugged in. It wasn't even plugged in. It just had a battery in it. So we use voice chips now to make the noises that repeat over and over and over and over. So it's voice chips. So we're sitting there talking, and that voice chip triggered with no power to it and ran the spiel. And I told him, because he was just talking about her, and I told him, I said, well, that's her.
Wow.
So it came back again and did it again about 15 minutes later. And that was the last it would do.
That's incredible. That's
awesome.
amazing.
I would love to get in there after you guys close, get in there and see what we could get. I bet we could get no telling what out of there.
Yeah.
Now, we have also put recorders inside there, and we have recorded a little kid laughing at 3:04 or 3:01, something like that in the morning. Just a little girl just giggling, and we had that too. But the guy that had it has passed away, and it was on his computer, so I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, well, I will mirror what Chris is saying. We'd love a chance, in the off season to get in there, and we're very good at getting audio, and we would love that.
We are very good at that. Yes, audio is kind of our thing. He's right about that. I thought you were just tooting our horn there for a minute.
No, I was saying that audio is really where we're really good at getting that stuff. So we'd love a chance to do that, because that's the real deal there. This kind of stuff. Have you noticed any other than not that the little girl's not enough, but have you noticed other things there too?
The Hotel of Terror, really not. Now, we have had some bad karma, whatever, bad feelings going through there. One of my workers got scratched, had 4 claw marks across his chest.
That's not good.
It was an old woman, he said, that it was following somebody else, and it was kind of, I mean, it looked real to him, and it felt real to him. And he says, hey, what are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be in here by yourself like that. And she just gave him the death stare and just clawed him, had 4 big claw marks across his chest, and was gone. And he kind of got mad about it, so he went to the guy at the top of the slide, and he goes, hey, who is that old woman? And the guy goes, what old woman? So she was gone. She just went, she was following that other guy that went through to get scared.
Wow.
So I don't know what the deal was with it, but it was a strange deal.
That's bizarre.
That's pretty awesome.
And the Hotel of Terror actually was a real hotel here in the Springfield area for years and years and years prior to your family buying it.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was. I think it was built right at the turn of the century, like 1912, I believe it was built. Was a hotel, 2 different hotels. Lot of history over there. I mean, a friend of mine, his grandfather was law enforcement here, was a sheriff. And he went with, they found out that there was some bad guys staying in that hotel. So they went over to see if they could catch them. There were 3 of them in there, and the famous guy was Jelly something was the guy's name. He was an FBI, I believe FBI agent out of Oklahoma.
Okay.
And so they go over there thinking they're just going to apprehend them, and it was a full-blown gunfight, firefight from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor. They killed one of the bad guys. They wounded another one, and he jumped out the window and got away, but they did catch the 3rd one.
Yeah.
So that's part of the history of that building, too.
Well, I knew that it had been there for a long, long time. I know that it has. You know, there's no question about that. As far as monsters go, what's the what monster do you think is scary? I mean, you've been around this whole thing your whole life. Who's your favorite monster? What would be your favorite?
Well, you know, Freddy Krueger never disappoints. Everybody, you know, even though that movie was from back in the 80s, you know, people still love Freddy Krueger. And it just continues to, I mean, they love him. They love Freddy Krueger.
Oh, yeah. He's Freddy's getting his star on the Walk of Fame on Halloween.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
on
that's
Halloween
cool.
Day.
That's cool. But they love him, and the guy that plays Jack the Ripper here he's worked for me for a lot of years too, and I put him over here to do it, and he basically has his own following of people that his fans basically they love Jack the Ripper. He's so funny because he talks normal until he puts the hat on. And then he instantly switches to an English accent. Yeah, I've had workers, you know, for 40 years work for me, and then they just get too old to do it. I mean, one of them just basically retired like 3 years ago, and he started in 1979 or 1980.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, that'd be a lot of hours that you're in there in costume and trying to do that. And I will say that your crew doesn't break character when they're out there walking along. They never break character.
That's what I was going to say. It used to be when my kids were little, their favorite thing to do would be go to the Missouri State homecoming parade because the monsters walked in it. Or they used to. And that was always their favorite part because they look scary as hell, but then they come up and they're super nice to the kids. So,
well, inside the building, my workers will not break character no matter what, unless somebody gets hurt, and then we'll take care of that. But they will not break character. And I mean, I've had a lady come out of the building once, said she's going to sue me. I said, what for? Well, you scared me too much. And I said, wait a second. I said, you do realize the name on the building is Hotel of Terror, right?
Yes.
That's what we do. Well, the chainsaw guy, he was just too close. He was just too close. And I said, well, did he touch you? And she said, well, no. I said, well, what happened? Well, I just went to the ground in a fetal position and peed all over myself. And I couldn't get up. He wouldn't let me up. I said, well, did he hold you down? She goes, no. I said, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, they're good. They're very good at it. They are very, very good at it. You know,
everybody likes the chainsaw guy too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would imagine the Ed Gein thing is pretty popular this year, particularly because of the Netflix
the new show.
Yeah, the new show is pretty big.
It's the barn we have recreated where they found the body of, I can't remember the lady's name, the one that was missing, where they asked him, you know, they were looking for her, Mary Hogan maybe.
Yep.
They were looking for her, and he said, oh, she's out at my house. And she was out at his house. So, I mean, he had her field dressed like a deer,
yeah,
and that's what we have upstairs recreated.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. Does the hotel more popular? Is the dungeons more popular? Are they equal? I mean, how's
that? That was actually something I was going to ask. Having a teenage girl at home, her question was, which one is a little less scary?
It depends on what you're afraid of.
That's true.
If you're claustrophobic, you're going to hate the Hotel of Terror because we just thrive on that claustrophobic feel. If you want something a little easier to go through, the Dungeon of Doom's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Because hotel, it's an adventure. I mean, you've got to go up ramps, get down on your knees, crawl through some stuff. I mean, that's back when there was really no code, so we really took advantage of that and made it good. It's safe too. I mean, we don't have people get hurt either. I mean, if somebody tries to run or something, they may scrape a knee or something like that. But other than that, we really have not had a lot of problems, like a lot of businesses do.
Well, and I will say this for your crew that's there from all the years I've been around. They never chase people on stairwells. They never do anything like that. It seems like that there's areas that everybody knows this is where I can scare, not over here.
Right. Well, the hotel is... We have specific areas so they can't run. So, I mean, we can get all up in their business and there's nowhere for them to go. So they just can't do anything. Now, over here, we have to be a little more particular because we have to pick and choose where we scare because there's a lot of open areas they can run.
My favorite is to watch when you see a group of teenagers coming through and you've got the tough guy who's with the group of gals who are terrified. And I'm like, none of you gals are going to have any problems going through here. They're going to hammer this guy. They are going to, because he's going to be running from the building by the end of the night.
Well, we try to give everybody a good show. We try real hard. We want to give you your money's worth. We try to keep our prices as low as we can, but with both buildings, we have about 50 employees.
Yeah.
And the payroll's pretty big.
Yeah, I would imagine it is.
We don't do a ton of animatronic. Like a lot of places have hardly any workers, and it's all animatronic. We try to give you one-on-one with a haunted house or with a spook or whatever you want to call them.
And you guys are open. How long are you open this season?
This season we're open through November 1st. So next Saturday night, week from tonight, will be our last night.
Okay. And then you start
every day.
Then you start working on 2026 right away, huh?
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, we see things now that we want to do for next year. So, and then we start working on it right away.
Do you plan? Are there any times you're open throughout the year to do a special run?
We have done some charity things with I believe his name was Pearson that was shot, a police officer that was shot. I did a fundraiser
there was
for
something
him.
you guys did. I wanted to ask if that was something you normally do or if that was just kind of a one-off.
That was just a one-off. We've been asked a lot of times to do a halfway to Halloween. We've done one, I think, of those, but most of it is charity stuff that we give away. And we want to do a blood drive too, because I think we've got the right stuff for that.
Cool one for that.
But I can't do it here because they can't give blood here and then go in. They'll all pass out.
Right.
And we have that enough. I mean, we had a girl pass out here last night and over there last night. So we've had two of them.
That's funny.
In the last couple days.
Oh.
Well, that's awesome. If anybody out there is questioning, what I'm saying is I've been through the Hotel of Terror a million times in my life. It's fun. It's safe. And you're not going to get hurt. So it would definitely be something we would urge you to do as part of your Halloween festivities this year for sure.
Check it out. Well, Sterling, thank you so much for taking time.
I just want to say one other thing. If you come in and let yourself go to have a good time, you're going to have the best time. When you go to a movie, you go sit and watch a movie and eat popcorn. When you come out of here, you're sweating. You've had an adventure. Come in with the mindset that this is just going to be a fun thing and don't go, hey, nobody's going to scare me, kind of thing. Come in with an open mind and you will have a great night.
All right.
We also do the hay rides back and forth too. Hearse and hay rides.
I was going to ask about that because I didn't see them. I mean, obviously we got here early and set up, and I had told these guys, I said, well, they used to do. They had a hearse, and then there was they had like a tractor or something. They were pulling a wagon. Something.
Yeah, it's both of them are over here under the bridge. We're waiting for the rain to quit, and then we'll fire them up and get them going.
How many hearses do you still have? Two hearses?
We
or just
have
one?
two hearses. The Hotel of Terror, the old '71 Cadillac, is still over in front of the Hotel of Terror. It's got too much stereo stuff in to haul people, but the newer hearse we haul people back and forth with.
Those things are classics in themselves.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not Halloween season unless you come out here and check it out. I've done it my whole life. I've gone to the Hotel of Terror literally since I was 16 years old.
Yeah, we always came to the hotel.
Thank you, sir. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it. And
Thanks
thank
for
you
coming
for
out,
letting
guys.
us park outside your establishment here in the cold and rain.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely.
We appreciate
No
it.
problem. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, Sterling.
One of the monsters has wandered up to our table. So tell us about some of your paranormal experiences that you've had.
So there's a back stairwell, and I was like, oh my gosh, it'd be really cool to take a picture back here. And we took a few pictures, and that's the only picture that has that in it.
So what was it? So, and this is here. When you say here, are you talking about here at the Dungeons? You
Yes.
are terrifying when I look at those eyes. This was here at the Dungeons of Doom.
Yes, but it's not where customers are going.
So is there stuff that happens here too? Like,
I haven't seen anything, but if you zoom into that picture, it looks like a face.
Have any of your coworkers or anything experienced any paranormal activity here?
I have.
Have you really?
They say it, but I haven't experienced anything personally
Okay.
other than that weird picture.
Are you Jack?
Oh, that's it. Terror of Whitechapel. So, about 7 years ago, I was getting my costume on up there in the Whitechapel area with a friend of mine. And it felt like something came past me and tickled up and down my back. And then I looked over at him, and he was a good, arm's length away. Then all of a sudden, he shivers, and I'm like, did you feel something just now? And he's like, yes. It felt like something was touching me as well. And it was very interesting because that was the only time I had that particular experience there. But this season, there has been a lot of issues where the animatronics have been going off by themselves or activating on motion sensors. And then we go looking to see if there's any customers that we can stalk or scare. Nobody's there. So pretty common occurrence for me.
That's
anyway.
pretty cool.
So you guys have seen real paranormal activity here.
Yeah. Well, I guess in my room there is there's a motion sensor with some fire, and that does tend to go off by itself a lot too.
Are you Regan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why I knew you had to be. And Jack the Ripper here.
Oh, absolutely.
Staying in character.
You guys
I might
are
add.
absolutely fantastic, by the way. Might I add? I mean, you're a little too spot on.
Oh, it's almost like I'm a real serial killer that's playing a make-believe serial killer.
That's kind of what I'm thinking here, and that's kind of why that Chris and I are on the other side of the table.
Yeah, her eyes are fucking with me right now.
Yeah.
I had
guys-
some better ones.
No, you good.
I had some better ones. They were blind, and they took the black circles out, but I left them in my car on accident.
Oh, man. I hate it when I leave my better.
do you guys know any of the
freaky
claims
ass-
at the Hotel of Terror?
Oh, 100%. So if you ever talk to Parker Mathis, he has a picture that he might be able to find where he got a full manifestation.
We actually saw
Yes.
it.
You saw
Yeah.
that picture. Okay, I would like to see that picture because it is actually bone chilling, and it's been years since I've seen it.
Hang on just a second.
Has
I've
he-
got it
Did
here.
he send it to us yet? Okay.
Yeah, John has it.
And you can tell us if it's the same picture, because
It should be up in Laser Hall, which incidentally my girlfriend's working tonight. I already kind of warned her about the little ghost girl up there, so hopefully it doesn't mess with her too much.
I've seen some things
Is that the-
firsthand
is
at
that the
hotels.
one?
That's it.
Yeah.
So that was bad enough that it scared both Sterling and Parker out of the haunt
That
for
was
the
at
rest
the
of the
hotel.
day, and they're pretty tough blokes.
Yeah, I would imagine if you're scaring the pro haunted house people, that's something.
Oh yes, them real frights can actually give us pretend frights quite the chill.
Are you guys? Are you monsters at both, or are you mainly here?
Primarily, me and Harmony just work here at the dungeons, but
I used to work at a hotel.
How many years have you guys each worked as monsters or as however you refer to yourselves?
I started off at the Hotel of Terror between 2014 and 2015 as Mr. Rictus Grins, the serial killing cannibal clown. And then in 2016...
Scared the shit out of me.
You have no
I wasn't
idea.
ready for that.
And then back in
Headphones are
2016, I
loud.
was moved over to the Dungeon of Doom, and man, I'm almost to my 10th season here.
Wow, so you got kind of is that considered like a monster promotion to get, or what would that be considered?
I don't know. I was pretty terrifying as the clown as well.
And how long have you been with them?
you can
I've
sit
been
down
here
if you
for
want.
6 years. I started in 2020 when I was 16. I'm 21 now. And going back to the activity at Hotel of Terror, I used to work half lady, and I did watch this thing. I don't exactly know what it was. It was like this little old monitor. It slid really hard into the wall and fell down. And I refused to work down
Wow.
there.
You smell better when you're awake.
other than that one, have you had other things that you've seen or stories that you have about the hotel?
No, not really. Just kind of feeling like you're always being watched down, especially in Red Hall, where the break room is.
Yeah, the red hole that she was mentioning and the laser hole, whatever this entity is, tends to favor long hallways. I've had my Mr. Grinsromper tugged on a few times, and apparently this is the most common thing to happen to people is they don't see it, but they feel something tugging on their suit.
Right.
The theory is it's the ghost of a little girl that died there years ago, because when it tugs, it's about at your waist level.
You've obviously worked here for a long time, and a number of years. Do you notice this out of the Halloween season as well?
I rarely come here, at least inside the haunts, outside the haunt season. So most of my experiences have only been during the active scare sessions.
Okay. That makes sense.
I admire the always in character thing.
Yes, they never break the character here. They never do.
Oh, you should see how many people I kill leading up to season to keep method.
He's a method actor.
Yeah. When people ask me what the scariest haunted house is in the state, I go, well, if you want to get like a hands-off experience, come to the Dungeon of Doom and I'll chill you as Jack the Ripper. Or you can come to my basement and I'll give you the biggest thrill you've ever had in your entire life.
Yeah, this guy's terrifying. Yeah. He really is. He plays the part well.
Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked because all the monsters are all right here. Oh, okay. I guess it's showtime.
Yeah,
we're about ready to start rocking and rolling. So, are you guys live by chance?
No, we're not live.
We're a podcast, so we are live in that. We're recording it.
Well, I was going to say, if you guys want to get your toes curled, come to the Dungeon of Doom at Hotel Tear tonight at 7 o'clock. And I'm being summoned by a scary clown, so I probably should leave.
There they go. The monsters are off and running.
Thank you.
Well, since we're here at the Hotel of Terror and the Dungeons of Doom, I kind of, you're seeing so many different monsters here. What's everybody's favorite monster of all time for something like this? Chris, who would you go with?
Definitely is Michael Myers.
See, that's exactly where I would go too. I would say Michael Myers, hands down. Michael Myers?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Does everybody forget about Chucky? I love Chucky.
I hate Chucky.
I love him.
I hate that little bastard.
My brother was so little while he was our little Chucky growing up.
Well, it would be cute for a little kid to dress up, as Chucky for Halloween. But as far as the Child's Play movies,
Dustin, who would you vote for?
Man, I don't know. I mean, if you're talking like classic,
or anything,
it would probably be Michael Myers, just because of the influence it had. But if you're talking about something that actually scares me, when I watch it, did you said you saw The Descent recently?
Yes, I did. I watched it at your recommendation.
Those fuckers.
Those. What are those? There was a bunch of them. I thought whenever you recommended this, you said there's a thing in the cave, and I was expecting a thing, and there's a whole bunch of them.
No, they're terrifying.
Those were scary. However,
they don't have I don't think they have a name either. It's just like the monster from Descent, and it's terrifying.
I can talk at length about all of the Halloween movies, even the shitty ones, if we want.
No, I don't want to talk about the shitty ones.
I can, like H2O, the one that came out in 1998.
They get really bad.
That one veered from the whole fucking timeline. That had them living in Northern California. Laurie Strode was a head of a school. Jesus Christ.
That's the monsters right there. That's the monsters at work. I hope. If it's not, then we have a bigger problem.
The Reagan girl from The Exorcist that was leaning over
that was
Bobby's
terrifying.
shoulder.
You know what? That was terrifying.
That was pretty fucking good makeup.
Yeah, no, it was outstanding. And her eyes. And she says, "I've got better eyes to have on the." Well, I don't want to see those. I don't want to see those.
The Jack the Ripper guy that we were talking to apparently has his own cult following.
I don't know, what does that mean? Oh, you mean people who come here
just for him?
Yeah. I mean, he stayed in character the whole fucking time.
Yeah, that guy was good. The thing is, with the characters down here, they actually make people audition to be a character. So it's not something you can just walk in and just get a job. You've got to. Sterling will actually sit down and you have to audition with either him or Melissa or somebody here, somebody that is over. And Melissa is Sterling's wife. You have to deal with them. They have to get approval to be in there.
I just got to say, there's absolutely no way you're editing all this. There's cars honking. There's people screaming.
These are my fucking people, though. This is my thing. I would do this year round if I could.
What?
All this shit. All this. You hear all the screaming in there?
I do.
And
I do hear the screaming.
And the fuckers honking in the parking lot.
I love a good honk.
It's just chaos. I like it.
What better place for us to be the week prior to Halloween than right here? You know, that's kind of where we wanted to go out and be here with this. I know that everybody's kind of getting excited and ready to go for Halloween. Dustin, what about you? For what are you doing on Halloween as far as costumes that you've got, and what's your situation you're going out with on Halloween?
My son's a Ghostbuster. I am the State Puff.
That's awesome.
His son, I must say, his son has probably the coolest Ghostbuster costume ever.
That's the costume you got him when he was born?
Oh, it is?
Shit. However, I will say...
Oh, that's right.
Look at his hand.
That's right. It is the costume that I got for him.
When he was born, John bought this thing.
I don't even think we were out of the hospital yet before he texted me and said, I got him a Ghostbusters costume.
And then we kept forgetting to bring it.
Yeah.
We finally got it to you, and it finally fits.
Well, to his credit, it fits because he bought one, that's his size now.
Right, because here's the deal. I was looking ahead.
That is some good makeup right there. Good job.
It's another character coming through. That's a nun. His costume was one. I was looking there. I was like, okay, I can't really do the newborn because he won't be that size come Halloween.
Nope, that's not how babies work. He got a lot bigger.
And I sent Chris a message and said, hey, here's the deal. We're going to have to let Dustin know that no matter what his wife wants the baby to be for Halloween, that's not what it's going to be. We've got the greatest costume ever.
Their Halloween picks are going to be awesome. And if we're talking about Halloween costumes, I dress up every year. I have rehauled a Michael Myers mask. I mean, I have worked this motherfucker over.
Yeah.
I've repainted it, and I've weathered it. I've done all that shit. I've done the overalls. I watched both Halloween 1 and 2 so I could do screen accurate bullet holes. If you're buying a Michael Myers mask, if you're buying like the Trick or Treat Studios, those are the best. However, one Trick or Treat Studios Michael Myers mask does not look exactly like the next one in line. So you got to look through them. You can't just grab one off the rack and go.
Dustin, how many trick or treaters do you? What, like a ballpark? What do you get?
We had last year. I'm trying to remember. We have it written down. I keep it in the. I always use the same paper every year so I can compare. And we had like 200.
Wow, that's amazing.
But my wife and I were also both teachers.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I had a record year last year and I had 13.
I remember it. Now, my mom.
I bought candy for 500.
People almost have to be lost to find. They're asking for directions and getting candy.
Yeah.
Now, my mom on Halloween used to always keep a notebook by the front door, and she would mark every time someone came by just to see how many they had. I remember one year there was 400.
There was so many one year that they actually had to use Chris and I's Halloween candy.
Yeah, they gave out the shit that we went out and collected. Yes, they did.
They did, because
it's like, turn the damn porch light off. We're eating our Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm sorry, but Chris and I would go out on Halloween, and this was a different time. I mean, we would literally go out and scour the neighborhood.
When we used to set out in front of your mom's house and act like we were a dummy.
Me and John did that too.
Yeah. Yes, we did that. Let me tell you a story.
I carried on that tradition.
Okay, let me tell you a story about the first year I moved to my town where I'm at, and I came in and I wanted to make Halloween a really big deal. So what I did is and it was a Michael Myers mask in coveralls, and I put him out on the front porch, and I had him out there, and I was watching, and about a week prior to Halloween, the junior high boys were coming over, and they were casing the neighborhood. They would come up and they would poke on stuff and see what was real and what wasn't. So they are on Halloween night, they come back out with their little girlfriends, and they're going around, and these girls are like, oh no, that's super scary, you can't, and they're like, oh no, that's not real, because they didn't think it was because they'd poked on it. Well, I had gotten home early, and I took the dummy's place, and the dummy was completely sealed up in the coveralls. I took the coveralls off of it and everything. I'm sitting out there, and they would poke and poke and poke and poke, and then I'd reach over and just grab one of them. It was the best. I would follow them down drives. It was amazing.
Well, now I remember. Here's something I remember when we were younger. Not only was I still Michael Myers back then, This was a while back. But when he and I went trick-or-treating, I carried a real butcher's knife right out of my mom's knife drawer. Now, here's the other thing. The town that I grew up in, that me and John, they always had a street party.
Yes. Yeah, every year.
And I was going to wear the Michael Myers thing, and John didn't know what to wear. So we got like some fucked up looking mask. And I remember we took a baseball bat around behind the clinic, and we chopped it up with an axe. And we poured blood all over it.
Yes.
And then we entered the costume contest, and this motherfucker won.
Yes, I did.
He won.
It was just something. What the hell was it? It was like a wolf mask or some bizarre crap.
It was just like a hodgepodge of different things.
Do you remember the really good devil costume that you had at one point?
Was it the rubber head? Yeah, I remember.
So I did that once when I was a kid. I wore that at that same street party's contest, and they announced the winner, and they said the devil. Obviously meaning me.
Yeah.
This piece of shit walks up in a plastic.
What? Did he get the prize?
He got it. Yeah, they gave it to him.
Seriously?
My fucking prize.
Well, me and my kids, we go to a neighborhood here in Springfield, and it is fucking Halloween Central.
Probably Roundtree.
Yeah, and this is where I'll take pictures and I'll send them. You won't fucking believe. Not only do the houses have full like obstacle course props with swinging axes and shit that you have to walk through, but I saw. There was a guy there one year that had the full Darth Vader. This dude was like, I don't know if he had like platform shoes or something. He's like 7 feet tall. And he had the lights lit up on the chest. And you could even hear him breathing. It had the sound effect and everything. So the adults, they dress up. They go all out over there. And we fucking love it. We go out there every year. And they give out full-size candy bars if you're into that. Now we're getting some people that are coming out of the Dungeons of Doom. So this is the first batch of people, I think, that went through for tonight.
You might not be able to see this since you're sitting over there, but from here, you can see that monitor there that they are taking pictures of people as they're exiting.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can see that very clearly from this seat. I mean, you can see everything from over here.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the first time I've ever seen in the whole time we've ever been doing podcasting that Chris has ever moved somebody.
I don't know. It felt weird over there.
And then
with
I said,
my back to
yes, sir. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
I don't think I said it the way you said I said it.
You did. Were we rolling?
No.
No, not that. There's no way. Because I remember him walking over there and slamming his shit down. He said, co-founder my ass. I don't think I said it that way.
You did.
Anyway, but my question was, how long does it take to go from there to here? They've let the first batch through. I thought some people might come trailing out. They could tell us about the experience that they had inside. Would be something I would be interested to hear, because I haven't been in this Dungeons of Doom in this location before.
You've never been to this one?
I haven't been to this one, no.
Oh, you've got to go.
Last time I was at Dungeons, I've been at the Hotel of Terror, but the last time I was at Dungeons of Doom, it was over on Campbell.
You've got to go. You've got to go, because this location is all of the cool technology is here. All of it is.
Have you been here?
Yeah, I've been in here.
I would like to grab someone on their way out and see what they found was the most scary. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Hello. So you guys, I'll let you get your headphones on. What is your name?
D. Moore.
D. Moore. Okay, so you just went through with your family?
Yes.
What did you think?
We thought it was wonderful. It was very suspenseful. We went to the Hotel Terror last year. We decided to come here this year. We really enjoyed this better. It was longer. It was more intense, more suspenseful, and I don't know. They screamed their heads off, and so did I. So.
What was the scariest? If you had to pick one.
Chainsaw. Him chasing you all over the place. Yeah. Okay. And then the Ed Gein kind of guy. Yeah. Him locking you in. Yeah. And the what?
Funeral home.
And the funeral home. Yes, that was good as well. It was a great setup. Great setup.
That's fantastic.
What is your name, sir?
I'm Harlan.
Harlan. What did you think?
Man, it was great. The scenery was great. The layout was great. The characters was just phenomenal.
I got to ask, did you get actually scared?
Oh, yeah. I didn't put my hands on someone in there. I don't know who he was.
not in a bad way.
So what do you think the scariest part for the dungeons was for you?
Man, there were so many. Probably the guy with the chainsaw chasing us all around the room.
Right.
That was pretty scary.
Yeah.
And the nuns that jumping out of the bed.
I forgot about the nuns. Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
was.
We saw one of the nuns walking around sipping on a Coke before they opened.
Oh, yeah. She was on more than a Coke, I'd say.
She's jumping off the bed.
Well, Dee and Harlan, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, no
and sharing your experience.
Thank you.
This is a good pre-Halloween episode, right? I think so. Maybe this is just the kind of shit I like.
I think that most of the people that like paranormal podcasts are going to be into haunted houses and definitely into haunted holidays like Halloween.
And Dungeons of Doom, by the way, and Hotel of Terror, they're open all the way through next weekend.
They will be open all the way through November the 1st.
Yeah, and they'll shuttle you in between, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
they've got a hearse shuttle, and they've also got a hayride shuttle that they do on a tractor. You can definitely tell people are here and excited about it.
Yeah, man, this place is packed.
Yeah, it's gotten very busy.
Anyway, okay. Well, I guess I hope everybody has a happy Halloween. I guess we'll be back at our normal podcast site next week.
Our regular.
Yeah. Oh, and coming up soon, we're gonna have all the 417 Tap House in evidence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's coming soon. I'm looking forward to that because that one's been hanging out there for a while. So we'll get that one. Is that are we doing that next week?
Yes, that's coming up next week.
Okay,
will be
cool.
the 417 Tap House investigation.
You don't want to miss that because we got a lot of stuff on there from our investigation that we did there. Okay, we want to wrap it up here at the Dungeons of Doom and go back to Pythian next week.
And we will see you next week from Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri with more Dark Matter with Midwest Ghost Hunters.